Hello and welcome to the second episode of Is This a Podcast?
Woo!
Yeah, today I have my very special friend and fellow comedian, Danny D,
Hey,
to whom I owe a lot to because I wouldn't have a place to stay if it wasn't for her. Not because
whatever.
I live with her, but because she did things, not bad things, to get me an apartment. But yeah,
To get
anyway,
things.
how are you doing today, Danny?
Oh, fucking lovely. Fucking
Uh,
lovely.
That's good.
Yep.
So, how's this going to work out is I have my list of topics
Okay.
numbered 1 through 6, and I want you to pick a number 1 through 6. I'm going to give you the topic and talk about it. Just
All right. Number 3.
number 3. Oh, my personal fucking favorite. I had this on the
Oh.
last one. I'm just going to make this a segment probably,
All right.
but drug trips. Just some stories, drug trips, crazy trips, any memorable trips that you've had, just drug trips.
Well, you and I have had a few.
Oh yeah, we've had some good
We've
ones and
had
some
some good
bad
ones
ones.
and some bad ones. Uh,
Yeah.
I would say, the river was super fun, especially like 2 weeks ago when we did it.
Oh yeah.
Just the water and the how you don't like sun at the river.
Oh yeah,
Never heard of that.
we had to find a spot in the shade and I wouldn't move out of it. I think
Yeah,
it didn't I eventually move out of it? I don't remember.
eventually, yeah.
I don't yeah, eventually I did.
I like tripping with you. I like tripping just in general. I think
Yeah.
it's a very good way to clear your mind and get some
Oh,
things that you can
yeah.
focus on.
Yeah. You got to
I
be
would
in the
trip
right
every
headspace.
day if I could.
Well, you probably could if you had the means.
Yeah, well, it's probably better I don't.
So, any bad experiences that you've ever had tripping?
Um, no, not really. I mean, when I trip, honestly, I feel like I like to be surrounded by other females,
Yeah.
which is hard because
Oh yeah, I know, trust me.
I
I
don't really
know.
hang out with a lot of females. So
I know. Yeah.
that male fucking rawr is sometimes a little too much, as you know.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I know
so
that night I got put in a Uber to Vince's and nobody showed up. I remember
yeah,
that night.
I
Yeah.
I like tripping outside. I don't like tripping inside.
I think I'm with you on that because
Yeah,
it's not the same. I would rather be outside in
I'd
nature
rather be
personally.
outside.
Yeah, it's always good to enjoy
There's so much
nature.
to explore.
Yeah, definitely. And it's cool to look at like grass and wood and trees. Do you want to move on to something else now? Okay.
Sure.
Let's uh let's go. You got one, two, four, five, or six.
6.
Six. This is gonna be a fun one. So like what's some of your like favorite TV, movies, stuff like that? Or books
Currently,
even.
I don't read books. Um, right now I'm watching Love Is Blind. That's a scary fucking show, man. Yeah,
Is
have you
that
ever heard of it?
is that the one about the stalker dude?
No, that's you. Which I
Oh,
love too. It makes me want to stalk her. But like, I really, I these two people like just meet on their personalities. They're not able to see each other. And then they have to like decide whether they want to get married or not. Within like 35 days, 40 days. Yeah. So I'm watching that right now. Um,
that's weird.
I
Is it
really like Dexter.
Oh,
Dexter's a great one.
Dexter was a good one, but I didn't like the way Dexter ended personally.
I didn't like the way Dexter ended.
No, a lot of people didn't because it was just
Yeah.
like it was like what the fuck?
Season 5, they could have ended it and it would have been fine.
It's like I'm just gonna ruin it. Spoiler. Sorry if you haven't fucking seen Dexter, but yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna instead of riding off into the sunset, he rides off into a fucking hurricane and
Yep.
somehow survives. And it's like he shows up in the fucking, I guess, I'm going to guess the Midwest somewhere where there are forests and forestry's a thing because he's a fucking lumberjack now. He probably went from being you know, a crime scene blood spatter analyst serial killer to God,
Lumberjack.
fucking lumberjack serial killer. Yeah, so he
I
went from
mean,
being a serial killer to an axe murderer.
Who doesn't like a good lumberjack?
I guess
I love a good lumberjack.
the
Uh,
the band Jackal loved a good lumberjack 'cause they wrote a song about it.
yeah, but I would say those are my top shows. I mean, I would say I like those. I like
Okay,
trashy ass TV.
gotcha. It's always good to watch some trashy ass TV.
Yeah.
Now, what about movies? Let's top three movies. Let's just do that. What's your top
Uh,
three movies?
top
That's
three.
a hard one. Yeah.
Top three. Wedding Crashers,
Okay,
Old
that's pretty
School.
good. I can get behind that too.
I really like to laugh in movies. I don't like
Yeah.
scary movies. As far as love movies go, probably The Notebook.
Is that
I
like
got a
on your list as number one?
Notebook.
Yeah.
I mean, I did name my son Noah after the character. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah. I was a little
Okay.
obsessed.
Wow, that's interesting. I
Yeah,
never knew that one of your favorite movies was The Notebook. I would have never guessed that.
I'm a total sucker for love, I guess.
Never would have guessed that.
No,
No, never would have guessed
no.
that The Notebook would have been one of your favorite TV
Top.
shows.
Yep.
Or not
Top.
TV shows, but movies top. That's
It's
I've
a good
never
one.
seen The Notebook, but I just know it's like some
What?
sappy chick flick. Yeah, I've never seen The Notebook
Oh, it's such a
ever.
sappy chip flick. Oh my god, I'll
Maybe
cry.
maybe we
Woo!
should like watch it together and have a reaction video to
We can
me
do it.
watching it cuz I know I will fucking react and comment on that movie the entire way through.
If you don't cry, I'm gonna just judge
I
everything about you.
I won't. I'm pretty sure that I won't cry, but yes, I will. This is said. This will happen. We're gonna watch The Notebook together and record it and have a reaction
Yep.
video one of these
Come over. We
days.
can watch it this week.
Okay, definitely.
I own it.
Okay, but
Yeah. What's your favorite movie besides the Walk Hard? What's your other favorite movie?
my other favorite movies probably have to be the Star Wars
Oh my
original
god.
Star Wars, probably I guess,
We would
because
never match on blind date. Never ever.
I don't know. I can't really think of anything other than Star Wars that's that iconic. And I was really into Star Wars in high school. I really liked the
Yeah.
lore and all that. Like I got
Yeah.
into a lot of the, different canon and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it did.
When I was married, actually, my ex-husband, my first ex-husband, or my only ex-husband,
Uh-huh.
uh, he's obviously really into Star Wars and shit.
Yeah.
We went to the Lucasfilm Ranch up
Uh-huh.
up here in California.
Yeah.
I paid like $700 for him to go through and walk through Lucasfilm Ranch and all this shit. It was fucking awesome.
That's pretty cool.
It was
Well,
pretty cool.
I know that for my honeymoon we went to Disney World and my mother-in-law had got us tickets to this Star Wars themed dessert party, and it
Oh,
was just like a bunch of like drinks and desserts and stuff like that. And
yeah.
like one of the ladies that did the thing and put the stuff on overheard that we were like we were newlyweds, so she went and got the stormtroopers, and the stormtroopers came and acted like they were arresting us and like walked
Oh,
us
that's
around,
cool.
and we got to take pictures with them and like Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, all that stuff.
That's
Like it
cool.
was cool. We got fast passes to the front line, so that was kind of neat. I mean,
Yeah.
if anything cool came out of my marriage, it was like I got to go to Disney World.
Yep.
Will
All right,
do.
number two. Number two.
Number two. Okay, this is one that a lot of people like to probably talk to you about, and that's your job.
What?
Your job. I mean, like, how did you
Oh,
get
my job?
into your job? Yeah, what you do as a profession right now. What?
uh, I'm a phone sex operator. Uh, I got into it just by being a dirty-minded fucking individual and having great customer service. So I found it and fucking started doing it. I got tired of being in corporate America.
So before that, I guess, would you work in like a call center doing customer service or something like that?
I was a medical claims analyst, so I would review medical claims from doctors and make sure their offices were billing right. So yeah, but I mean I've pretty much been in call centers like a lot.
Yes, I've worked in a call center a couple different times. Never for anything medical. The only thing I really worked for the longest time was satellite receivers and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
direct TV. And that made me lose all faith in humanity because people are a bunch of petty assholes.
Yes, they are. Yes, they
Yes, they
are.
are.
Yeah. So that's what I do.
That's what you do. So do you enjoy your job?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy it. I haven't done my job in a while. I haven't logged in like a month.
Gotcha,
Uh,
yeah.
but it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot out of you hearing men's darkest, dirtiest fucking secrets and
Yeah,
fantasies.
I mean, I know just from us hanging out, you've taken some weird calls.
Yeah.
What
So
now? What was? I'm just gonna. Can I mention what the call was?
sure.
Like fucking elevator guy. Fucking elevator guy was That's the weirdest shit I've ever heard. I've never fucking heard of an elevator fetish.
I don't know what to think with some of these callers. I really don't. I
It,
feel like some of it's a lot like, what the fuck? Like an
it,
elevator operator? That's what's gonna turn you on?
it was almost like he was fucking trolling, but he probably wasn't. And like it seemed like such a sweet old man with a fucking weird fetish. It's just like
Right?
it was it was interesting. I got a
Right?
kick out of that. That was
And these are
that was
people, grandpas, dads, husbands,
everybody,
brothers,
I guess married dudes, just everybody.
everybody.
Probably have you ever got anybody that you thought could possibly have been underage?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Does that happen all the time? Do you still
No,
take
not
the
all the
call
time.
or
I mean, I don't care. Uh Honestly, if you've gotten through that far to get to me and you don't tell me your age, I mean, you sound
yeah.
young to me, but who am I to say how old
Yeah,
you are?
yeah, exactly. You can't tell how old somebody is, but like if you like had somebody
Yeah.
come in like a squeaker, like like hey,
No,
like
not like that. Like I've had where they've just like laughed after they said like what they want me to do.
okay,
Like they're really mature and shit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely,
But like some guys will tell me like they're 18, 19. Um
okay,
I don't know. I
that's
haven't had
weird.
anyone like super young. I haven't had like a 12-year
Yeah,
old
yeah.
call.
You
But
haven't
like
had like a second grader or anything call you or anything like that,
no.
because that would be weird. Why the fuck would a second grader call you?
Right? I feel like I should talk to his parents, if that
Yeah,
were the case.
most definitely.
Yeah.
All right, that was fun talking about that. I mean, I'm sure everybody you've talked about it so much with everybody, but you haven't been on this podcast yet. Is this even
Is
a
this a
podcast?
podcast?
Is this a podcast? I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I don't know. We don't know if it's a podcast or not.
We're not sure.
But we can move on to some other things.
All right, let's go to 5.
Five, okay. So, just in general, being a mom, like, what's that like? I don't know. I just thought I want to hear your take on being a mom, Danny.
You
Like, what's
know,
that mean for you? I mean, other than like, yeah,
being a mom, I would say in the beginning, obviously, it was completely different. It's completely different with babies, and you always want to be there, and you want to be like the classroom mom. And I didn't really necessarily have the best mom coming up, so I wanted
yeah,
to, always be everything for my kids. But my kids are 17 and 14 now, and being a mom is amazing. I mean, I love seeing their growth, and it's frustrating when they're mad and sad, but like it's hard to explain how much you can love a little fucking tiny stranger that you've
yeah,
never met. You know what I mean? And their personalities are so fucking ridiculous. They're a lot, like me and their father, obviously, but
yeah, yeah. I'm
you
sure they
know,
have traits from both of you guys.
I wouldn't want to not be a mom. Like being a mom is super important to me. So I love
That's
my
good.
kids, even though I talk shit about them all the time and I give them a hard time.
No, you're.
I wouldn't trade my kids for anything.
Oh, I mean, you're like one of the coolest moms. Just for
Thanks.
me, like hanging out and like you get everything for your kids. I've never seen your kids go without. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just like, I wonder how Danny feels about that. And
I
I
mean,
just
it's
want to get your,
frustrating at times, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess it's rough. I
it's
mean,
very rewarding at the
like
same
as
time.
they get older and stuff, it's yeah. I
Yeah.
could see how that'd be different. I couldn't imagine doing it though. But, I always liked my mom more than my dad anyway. So
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I would say my kids feel the same way.
probably so because you're
Probably.
probably the cool one. It's
And they,
like, Mom, I accidentally killed somebody. Let me go help you hide the body, honey.
pretty much. I mean, my
Yeah.
kids know. They know. They
All
know.
right. That was a good one. That was nice to
Let's go with number two.
number two. You already did number two.
Number one.
Number one. What was it like for you in high school? How was high
Oh, that
school
was
and
a long time ago.
just like, in general, like coming up in just like school? What type of experience did you have like with school?
I wasn't one of the cool kids. I definitely wasn't one of the cool kids. Like
Hmm.
it wasn't like easy breezy for me. I wasn't like super poor growing up, but like I didn't really have money. I couldn't play sports. I didn't have my own car, at least in high school.
Yeah.
Uh so I just kind of I hung out with a lot of different cliques because I didn't really like feel like I fit in anywhere. So I had a lot of I had
Yeah.
nerds that were friends and jocks and hookers, whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Just you
I
tried
hung
to
out with everyone, but I didn't
yeah.
really feel like I had friends per se, like super friends like I have now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. I guess
Yeah,
I had kind of a similar experience. I tried to hang out with all the groups, but yeah,
yeah,
I can definitely feel what you're saying on not being the popular kid, but also
yeah.
I don't know, I wasn't.
I don't think I was confident in myself enough in high school to figure out who I wanted to hang out with. So I hung out with a bunch of different
That
groups to
yeah,
see
yeah,
what would work out best.
that sounds exactly like me in high school. And yeah, I don't know. High
Yeah,
school was
I
weird.
didn't.
It's a weird time.
High school was, it was what it was. I'm glad it's over. I don't have, I don't have a lot of great memories from high school. I wanted to get out of high school so bad that like I didn't really
Yeah,
take it for what it was. And if I could go back and redo it though, I'd totally probably do it different. You know.
yeah. So like did you like get a job directly out of high school?
I had a job in high school, so I had two jobs in high school. I worked at Lady Foot Locker and
Oh
Miller's
wow.
Outpost.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I had never wanted to be at home. I didn't want to be at home. I wanted to make money. I wanted to,
Hey,
you know, just and I bought a house when I was 18. So I mean, I left the house like as soon as I could.
wow. That's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
that you were so young and able to take that type of responsibility.
yeah. Well, I
That
mean,
takes a lot though. Yeah.
I'm married pretty much right out of high school too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
high school overall it wasn't a terrible experience.
It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It was what it was. I mean, it
It
wasn't,
was.
you know, I would have liked to have been more popular, but I don't really know if anyone, even the popular kids, if they even felt popular, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know what it was like to be popular, but like a lot of
Yeah.
people knew who I was. I had like a nickname in high school though.
What was that?
Okay, I earned the nickname Moses, and it's because I was in history class and the teacher, his name was Mr. Sutton, had asked me a question about the 10 commandments and I answered it right. And he was messing with me, acting like I didn't. And I like kind of got heated with it, not like mad, but I felt like I didn't know that he was messing with me, kind of, and I was just
Okay.
like, is he for real? And I started going back and forth with him. He's like, are you sure that's right? I'm like, yes, I'm sure it's right.
Why
And
were they asking you questions about the Ten Commandments in high school?
it was actually in the history book.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't learn about religion at all in
There
school.
was like in our history book, there was stuff about freaking. There was something in about the Ten Commandments, not like preaching on it, but it just like mentioned them.
Oh,
Yeah, that was weird.
that's interesting. For the longest time, I thought there was only seven commandments. I thought I got the seven deadly sins and the Ten Commandments mixed up.
I
Yeah.
think like the only like the first three are the ones that are I don't know. I don't know
Thou
them
shalt
all.
not steal. Thou shalt honor thy mother and father. Thou shalt not fuck thy neighbor, or something like that.
Something about adultery, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if it just counts to neighbors or to people. I don't know. I don't get involved in politics of that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
really.
give a shit. I don't care.
Yeah, me either. Anyway, yeah, I was
Yeah.
Moses through high school.
I
It's
didn't have a nickname in high school. I mean,
yeah,
I hung out with. I didn't really get along with a lot of the girls just because I don't like catty.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. I'm not a quiet person by any means, but I'm not a. I don't like drama. Like I try to
Oh,
stay away from it. So
yeah.
I would,
I hear you.
you know, but drama tends to find me.
Oh, that's like trauma or bad luck or just misfortune. I think that everybody has that
All of the
sometimes, you
above.
know. Yeah, yeah, like everything that finds everybody. Just that's just
Yeah.
part of being a human, I guess.
But I think that I run into people that I went to high school with all the time, especially being back in the neighborhood I live in now,
Yeah,
and it's weird because I think I look totally different. Like I
yeah.
look different. I'm a different person, but like people still recognize me and they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Blah blah blah, and I'm like, I don't remember you.
Oh
So
God, yeah.
yeah,
Like it's like the problem I have. I don't know anybody out of this around me, but I can like never remember people's names. It's like I know who you are, but I don't
yeah.
know your
Like
name.
I have no idea. I just
Yeah.
I blocked out a lot of it. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, yeah, I went to high school with you, but I don't remember who the fuck you are.
Right,
Yeah, yeah, I feel you.
right, right. Yeah.
Anyway, that was interesting to hear about your experience in high school. So,
You're so
well,
cute, David.
thank you.
Do you
This,
think do you think if we were on that game show, the Love is Blind, and we couldn't see each other, that we would connect intimately?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. I don't know. That'd be weird.
Would you ever go on a show like that?
Why not? I'm sure they get paid to do it.
Well,
It'd be
no,
fun.
but they
It'd
get
be
their
a.
wedding paid for.
Oh, really? You have to pay to be on the show?
No, you. I think it's free. I don't fucking know, but
Oh,
like they pay for your wedding, they pay for the engagement ring, which is great because you're cheap as fuck. You love to save money.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Who knows? That
you
would be
should
a
know
weird.
about it, David.
Hey, maybe. Why do I want to? I'd have to get a divorce first.
I know, I
I still
know.
have to do that.
Well, I can help you out with that.
All right.
All right, what's left? Number 4?
Number 4. This is like I don't know that this is a fun one. I asked Spencer this one too. I've made a lot of them. Poor life choices.
How long
Uh, in
podcast?
huh? Oh, I figured you'd have something to go on these.
Uh,
Any any
whew.
any in particular that are like I don't know,
uh,
just
I would I would say men. I would say my
men.
poor choice in men. I'm not gonna blame them. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's not all their fault. However, I feel like for a very, very long time, I needed someone to be there, and I didn't really care who it was or how they treated me. I wanted someone to come home to. I wanted someone to talk to. Like I wasn't comfortable being alone and being just with me because I wasn't really comfortable
yeah.
with being with me because I didn't know who I was.
I
Um, so yeah, I would say I made a lot of bad choices with men, and I'm I'm super single now, which is great, but it's I still worry. I feel like mentally I'm in a better spot, but like I'm nowhere near you know ready to make the next choice I make as far as like a mate goes. Well, not like a fuck mate, but just like a you
yeah
know like a boyfriend.
yeah.
I
Somebody
want to
who
make
you
sure that
wanna.
I'm in the right spot,
Yeah,
because
yeah. Definitely,
yeah, yeah,
definitely.
because
I can under.
and money is a huge, I'm not good with it. I like to spend it, and you
Definitely
know,
can you know relate to
I
that.
I've made some
Definitely.
poor financial choices, with spending money, and it's letting people use me and spend money, and it's I've learned a lot over the past couple of years just based on my poor decisions.
I've learned a lot as well. I don't
Yeah,
cons- oh, I've made so many too.
I
Like a
know.
lot of them, I'm like the total opposite because most of mine have to do with women.
Yeah,
And everything you said about like just wanting to have somebody, yeah, that holds true. And I'm going like I
yeah.
feel what you're saying because you've taught me a lot of this actually and told me and helped me grow as a person just by
That means a lot to me.
yeah, I mean you have like
Because
you're
I
one
feel
of the
like a complete failure. Like I do. I
oh
honestly I feel like I get where you're at. I would love to
yeah
have a boyfriend and someone to share your life with, but it's like I don't think I'm ready yet, and I don't want to fuck up anything else.
yeah, I mean I get what you're saying and I've realized
Yeah.
that too. I'm not ready for that either. Okay, I want to move on to like
Okay.
your podcast and all that. So
Okay.
that like I know you're on this podcast, but you're also on another podcast. You guest host on the what is it, the number 162nd podcast
I
ranked
am
in the
not a
U.S.
guest host. I am a
No,
co-host
no, I said I said you get. Did I say guest host? I'm sorry, I meant co-host.
of gag on this podcast. It's something that I've really had to. I fought my way to be on the show, and I told the boys they needed me, and I it's one of my favorite things to do. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
like I've been getting a lot of guests who are I'm the only one that does comedy now on that podcast.
yeah.
Which I think if you want to keep a comedy podcast, you gotta
Got to
you
have a
know
comedian.
you gotta know comics, and
Yeah.
they're lucky to have me.
Oh yeah.
No, I
Yes,
mean
definitely.
I
Uh,
love the boys, and I all I do is show up. I don't have to edit. I don't have to do anything. So
yeah.
they make my life really easy.
I mean, I know I've been on the pod. Like when I first started comedy, you guys actually had me on the podcast
We did.
just because Nick liked my accent and he wanted to, I guess, ask me some questions. And
Yeah.
like honestly, that was the point that I was like, yeah, this is for sure what I want to do is comedy. If
Yeah.
I can do stuff like this, and it was fun and I enjoyed it and I mean I'm enjoying doing this just
I'm
talking to
enjoying
you.
this as well. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I adore the shit out of you, David. I think you are, when I think of my friends and I think of the valued relationships I have in my life, you're definitely one of them. I mean, you drive me crazy. You
oh,
definitely drive me insane. But
I know I have
you
that
bring a
effect.
smile to my face every
I
time I think of you.
I have that effect on women. I
Oh,
drive
do
them
you?
crazy, but you drive me crazy too, woman.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
You're a great person, David, and I think you have a lot of potential, and I
Oh,
uh I value our friendship, even though, this COVID bullshit, it's kind of put a
yeah.
damper on some shit. But uh, you're a fucking awesome person. And I don't, if anyone's mean to you, I'll fucking get them.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I hope you know that. You already know that.
Oh yeah, I
You
definitely
already
know
know
that.
that.
You've helped me through a lot out here. You've been there for me and whatnot. So yeah, I definitely do appreciate you.
Did you hear how bad I got killed in the roast battle?
No. Yeah, yeah, actually I did. Buddy
Oh,
told
God.
me.
It
He
was so
no,
bad.
he said that your roasts were better. You were funnier, but I guess
Yeah.
that guy
Who he murdered me.
did he shake you any?
What do you mean?
Like were you did what he say bother
Oh, yeah.
you?
Oh, well, so when I logged in to the roast battle,
Uh-huh.
on Zoom, he was sharing his screen, and on his screen was my phone sex page.
Really?
And he was like showing all the judges and this and that. But the thing that caught me off guard was the three judges were like from New York,
Yeah.
and Josh Means introduced me, and he was like, "Hey, the only thing Danny D is known for is opening up her legs for Big J 10 years ago." And the three judges who know Big J were like, "What the fuck?" Like, we have hella questions, and I was like, "Oh my god, fuck."
Whoa.
And then he stayed on one topic. He just talked about how fat I was, which
Yeah,
was
yeah.
fine. Totally, I get it. But I felt like I fucking wrote like crazy because he's like been doing comedy for 11 years.
Oh wow.
Because he stayed on one topic, and like he was just, his delivery was better.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. I definitely learned a lot, but he fucking murdered me.
Oh yeah, but that's
Yeah,
what Buddy said, and Buddy also said it's like it seemed like he shook you, cause I
yeah.
would have fucking pissed me off if I would have went in and he was
Well,
showing.
he put me into rebuttal mode. So like he said something about, me being fat, and instead of me like instantly saying my joke or my roast battle thing that I did, I went into like, well, fuck you, you weren't saying that last night. Like I was defending his shit, and that's
Ah,
what threw me off. That's what threw me off
okay,
my entire. Yeah, but I
okay,
mean, it was a good experience. I mean, if you're gonna do a verbal insults roast, be ready because they have some fucking hard hitters. But
yeah.
yeah, this was fun. I'm glad that we did this. I mean,
Oh
I'm
yeah, definitely. All right, well, I guess that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna
all
go
right,
ahead
darling.
and end it there. So thanks for being on, Danny. Is there anything you'd like to shout out that you got going on? I don't think many people have
Um,
shows coming up, but
you can
anything.
check me out always at gagonthispodcast.com. You can find me at any anything fucking Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook at Rad Chick Forever. I do have a couple of Zoom shows coming up. They're on my comedy page. You're more than welcome to tune in and watch and see.
Okay. All right then. Well, thanks for being on. Is this a podcast? And have a good
All
day.
right.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to watch me play video games, you can go ahead and check out my Twitch, The Southern Reject. I also have a gaming page on Facebook. It's Southern Reject Gaming. And check me out on Instagram, The Southern Reject. Thanks again for watching and have a good day.